you guys? It's Mary.
And
You guys get to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment.
down below. Today we are going to be reviewing season 14, episode 1 and 2. You guys, episode 14, episode
more seasons.
Then we're done with the marathon. But yes, you guys, season 14 was a lot shorter. Well, not
Yes,
shorter.
it
It was
really
15.
was.
It was 15 episodes, but it was 42 minutes each.
Yeah.
So
the other ones have been like
an hour and 30 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been a little harder to review as quickly as we wanted
Yeah.
to. But this one, we're already on episode 11. We don't have 4 more left to watch. We're going to try to get through it today. Because you guys know tomorrow is season 17, episode 2 of Sister Wives.
Oh.
But we really want to know, you guys, do you guys want us to kind of review it the way we've been reviewing it, where we watch it by ourselves and then we talk about it?
Yeah.
Or do you guys want to see our live reactions as we're actually watching it? So please answer that below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started, you guys.
Yeah.
Mary has been kicked out and bullied out of her rental because she is a polygamist.
I know, which is awful. The house that she moved to, she was so excited about this house. And then,
Yeah, so she has been kicked out and everything. I guess she
Yeah,
got kicked out because she was a polygamist or whatever.
yeah, and I think
They called the cops on her the
Yeah.
first day she moved in. I was
Well,
like, wow.
she had not even completely moved in.
They were
while
just-
they were moving
Yeah,
in.
with the truck.
And it was really just her, Cody, and a few of the kids. But I really feel like they knew that they would come to Flagstaff,
Yeah,
and they decided we don't want them here.
yeah.
And because she said she told the owner and everything that they're polygamous, whatever.
And that we're going to be filming the house.
The owner probably talked to a few people, just to say, "Oh my goodness, they're coming. This is the wife show," and the neighbors are like, "Oh no, we're ready for them,"
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's what happened, because while they were moving, the cops were called, and then Cody and Mary said they approached the neighbor that had called the cops, because the neighbor came, I guess, to let the cops know she called, or he called. They didn't say whether it was a he or she, but they said when they reached out to shake the neighbor's hand, the neighbor was like that, like, "Don't touch me."
Like she had leprosy or
yeah,
something.
like it was
Yeah.
so silly.
I personally believe that, the whole thing with them moving there,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people just don't agree with the lifestyle,
Yeah.
and they really just don't want that there, especially when they
Yeah.
see all your kids, your husbands, and all that stuff.
Well, they usually
You
feel
know.
as though more people will be coming, like more polygamists will be coming.
Yeah, so they're like,
That's
let's
what
get rid
they're
of the
thinking.
one that's there now.
Right, it's easier to bully, like I said, one family set, than as time goes on, more people come or whatever.
Yeah,
But it's just dumb, because these are just people.
yeah.
People are so freaking bizarre.
But this goes back to what we said in the last episode.
Mm.
When you are ungrateful for what God gives you,
Yeah.
He sends you pebbles, He sends you boulders.
Yeah.
And the fact that she has to be kicked out of her home,
Yeah.
and that she still has her Vegas home, the fact that that's happening, it's
Yeah.
just, I feel like it's really a sign from God telling them that this is not home.
Yeah.
Like, it would not have been so difficult.
Yeah.
Like, I
Everything
think
just seems like this whole season
has been quite
you see the
tumultuous.
family like unraveling.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
also it's like, since they've been, we've seen all 11 episodes yet
Yeah.
of season 14.
Yeah.
Like, I think like together all the wives have moved about 4 times, like from their rentals.
Yeah.
Because
A lot of
Robin
wives have
moved,
moved.
Christine moved, Mary moved twice, Robin
Yeah.
moved twice,
Yeah.
Christine had to move as well,
Yeah.
Janelle moved twice.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're having to move, and then also my thing is, Cody, you sat there, you gave this whole presentation about Flagstaff,
Yes.
but you did not do one thing. And one thing that they always told us in college is that you have to do your research before you really even do
Yeah.
anything. Like, really know what you're talking about.
Well, no,
he didn't
lied
do any
and said,
research.
He lied
lied.
and said
He knew he
how
did
the
research.
market is on an upswing.
Yes.
And this was like, when was this? Because this was like in March,
Yeah.
right? And he said that he wanted everybody, they wanted to move before school started,
Right.
which is like late August, right?
Mhm.
And so it was pretty much like 5 months
Yeah.
for them to move. But in March, he's there talking about like, okay, so they were planning on moving in August, but I don't think he was thinking very clearly, right? After the school year, I don't know. I mean, people have just come from vacation and stuff like that. I don't know if the market is in an upswing, because if you're leaving in August, you're not going to be able to get your house all ready
Yeah.
for a presentation for you to have an open house. That's
Right.
probably going to take even longer because you have a big family.
Yeah.
And then by the time that happens, then it's almost time for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And nobody's going to be buying during the holidays because they're thinking of, well, we got to need this money for presents, for gifts,
Yeah.
for traveling,
But
for
that's
vacations,
so
to
dumb.
see family.
Like, how do you think people? Who the hell is buying a house during the holidays?
I don't know.
Who is doing that? Like,
You
their
know,
money
so
is going to travel. It's going to gifts. It's
Yeah.
not going to buying a home.
It was a
Only
one time.
you do that dumb stuff, Cody.
Yeah.
Only you move when it doesn't make sense to move.
It was
And then
such
obviously
a wrong time.
a horrible time. And then also God did not ordain that to
I
happen.
don't
You
think
decide
so.
I wanted to move because
don't
I'm
think
tired
so.
of the city
Yeah.
life. Really?
Because
If
when
you were
he
that
was-
tired, I felt like what he could have done is,
Yeah.
Cody, if you were really that sick and tired, you could have went and bought a vacation home.
Yeah.
You could have gotten a piece of property,
Yeah.
built the one house,
Yeah.
and let that be a vacation home.
Yeah.
When you're getting the itch to be in
Yeah.
the country, you go there. But you let Las
That's
Vegas
a
be your
very-
base.
That's a very good idea.
That way you could have
Because
done. Like, that's so
obviously-
stupid.
Yeah. Obviously, he gets the itch to move to places.
Have
Yeah.
a vacation home.
Have a vacation home to a place that when you're having the itch, you guys go there and stay there for a month or whatever.
Really
and then
build
come
it up
back.
well, then you guys can all live there and all that
Yeah.
stuff. That way you guys stay as a family one time, maybe a couple times in the year.
Yeah.
But everybody has their own anatomy. But you
Yeah.
want to sit here and force
the
these women by
autonomy.
force
Yeah.
to sit there and be in a house that they don't want to be in.
Yeah.
And then obviously you did not do your research with
No.
Flagstaff. Because if you had,
Yeah.
you would know that people don't rent homes there. They buy them. Like the homes are easily being bought.
It's hard
and I'm
to
sure
rent.
I'm sure it's a
Yeah.
lot of rich, Caucasian people who are buying those homes.
Yeah.
Like it's the country, there's
Well-
hiking, it's like the mountains, all that stuff. Like that's stuff that I'm sure a lot of
And you
people
should have
love.
actually, the other thing too, he should have seen that, okay, probably this is a conservative town, right?
Obviously.
It's a conservative town up there. They probably don't want you there. You'd already said that there are no polygamists there.
There's no community.
So here we go again. You're not going back to Utah. Where you lied. You said that's where you're going.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I wouldn't say he lied because I think he changed course.
No, he lied.
No, I think
he
so.
lied.
You know
I
why?
feel like I don't think
No,
he was planning on going to Utah because
No,
if
because
they put a
later
law
on-
there, why would you go there when
No,
they had a
but-
law there?
Yeah, but I think later on he was saying I really should have late in this episode. He was saying I really should never had come. I should have stayed going to Utah. But I don't think he wanted to rat Robin out that I did this because of her.
But that's why he
Because
did
he started
it.
to say something and then he stopped himself.
At the end
you
of the
know.
day, Cody, it's stupid
Yeah.
for you to even
You're
say,
the
"Let me
leader.
go to Utah," because one, they actually after you left, one
And you sued
they were
them.
going to actually go ahead and probably put you in jail.
Yeah.
Okay. Second of all,
Well,
they
remember
actually
that the
after you
lawsuits-
left, they actually went and they put a law in that is specifically for polygamists.
Yes.
So now it's really against the law.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to go back there?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? That doesn't even make any
He was
sense.
gonna go and run for office.
But I'm sure Robin went there after she had finished doing the do with him.
Yeah.
Said, baby, we should move to Arizona instead of Utah.
Well,
Probably was
she
trying
had
to do all her
always
little
said that
feminine
she-
woes or whatever on him. And now this man's going to Arizona acting all crazy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like the whole thing was so irresponsible.
I
You
felt
did
so
not
too.
care at all.
I didn't think he did.
You did not care about nobody.
Yeah, and the thing is, the problem that I have is, you're raising these children. You want them to be in this lifestyle, right? You are in Vegas, which they do accept you.
That was
And
the
so
best
you're
place that
able
God could have put
to-
them in.
Right, you're able to practice your religion freely, right?
And nobody judged you. Your
Nobody
neighbors were
judged you.
friendly.
And okay, there are a whole bunch of colleagues around, but now you're going to Flagstaff, where this is a conservative town,
Doesn't
right?
grandma live in Arizona? Oh no, she
yeah,
moved.
but
She used to.
my brother and my nieces are there. But yeah, she lived there for over a decade. But anyhow, here you're going to, and it's really Arizona. A lot of retirees move there, so these are older
Old-fashioned people.
right?
Yeah. They don't really
and-
get that whole lifestyle.
And conservative people, and they don't want you there. They
With
don't
all your
want you
cameras
there.
and all this stuff and all your kids and all your wives, they don't
Yeah.
want that.
They don't want all that camera there and all that stuff. So he really didn't do his research at all. And then on top of that, he never said that God said for him to go here. Like he.
I did
got a
not hear
view-
God. Not
Yeah.
once. I didn't see not one
It was
prayer.
all about
I heard nothing.
himself.
Yeah.
I am 50. And later on in this season, Janelle calls him out and says, "You're the one who said you're not going to give up your life for your kids. You know, you wanted to move. I'm 50 years old.
We know
Hear me
somebody else who
wrong."
be talking like that too, where they
Yeah.
say like, "Oh, I'm 50. I need to live my life.
Well,
I need to live my
yeah,
life.
yeah.
You know, I ain't
He
hold it.
did
I
that at
done
40.
raised my kids, even though you were never there." Though.
Yeah. I mean, but I think that sometimes, people go through their midlife crisis. And it's so
That's the worst
interesting
time to be with a
see.
man who's mentally unstable.
Well, I mean, it's really bad when people have not done, like, they haven't reached where they want to reach. But like Aspen said, I don't know what my parents are running from.
Yeah.
But they move a lot. I mean, 19 times, man, that's a lot of times to move children, family members, and all the stuff. You can't say that, God was telling you to move all the time, and certainly not this time. So they're really having a hard time. So Mary there in that house, so the owner comes to her and says, "You know something, what was the wording she used? Because it's so funny. She said, owner asked Mary if she will consider leaving the house." That's a gentle way of saying,
You
"Look,
have one chance to get the hell out of here.
you got to get the hell out of my house." But Mary decides and says, "You know something? I'm not going to allow them to bully me. I am going to stay. I'm going to fight this." So
I'm
then the
never
owner
going to go somewhere where I'm not wanted.
Look,
I'm not.
And then the owner thought, "Oh, I guess you didn't get my polite message. I will be terminating the contract and I need you out of here." It's terrible. It's an awful thing. I am kind of chuckling now because, oh my goodness, can you see the writing on the wall? When stuff is not working out.
I always say it's
You
God
have to
trying to
think-
send you a signal. That's what I
Yeah,
always
like
say.
saying you're on the wrong path. And, he really gave them chances.
To go
because
back because the
Vegas
house is
homes
never sold.
Did not sell. So all you had to do was just move yourselves to Vegas and say, "You know something? Let us really think about this. And maybe in another 3 years." Or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
He
saying?
gave them chance.
Think
He
about
really,
it properly,
really did.
But no.
Yeah.
So here Mary is. Mary has to move again. As they were leaving, someone said "sayonara, bitches," but it doesn't say who did. I don't know if it was the producers who said that.
I doubt it. I think it was somebody in the neighborhood. Because they actually came out while she was actually moving,
Yeah,
right?
as they were driving
and they were
off.
actually recording them. All the neighbors came out to
Yeah.
watch them as they left, which I thought was so evil.
I know, and then the camera guy said they put a little note that the neighbors refused to be on. They couldn't put them on the
Camera.
screen. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so yes, maybe it was some neighbors who
Yeah,
yelled out because
absolutely.
as they were driving off, someone yelled out "sayonara, bitches." I was like, oh my goodness gracious. So anyhow, what I have noticed, so that's pretty much what happened for episode 1.
Yeah.
Episode 2, what I noticed was Christine has aged even more.
I think
And
Christine is
she
going
just
through a really
looks-
tumultuous time with Cody.
Yeah.
One, because of the housing, and then
Yeah.
2, ever since they had the whole couples therapy thing,
Yeah.
their relationship has really been in the crapper.
Yeah.
I mean, but even before then. So I really
she
do
looks,
think.
and she just looks like a shell of herself. It saddens me because I think of all the wives, her
She's so
personality
bubbly.
is
Yeah.
is most like mine.
It's more predominant. Like you
Yeah.
can really tell, you can really see Christine's personality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
so
I just
She
feel,
reminds me a lot of myself.
yeah.
But I certainly would not be any ass kisser for anybody. I'm sorry. It's not in my DNA.
It's not in my
it
genes.
It really is not. It really, really is not for me to just, like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
In the name of
but
a
all
relationship.
those manipulations and stuff, I have fallen under that. And I think a lot of women have fallen under that. But Mary has moved back to Las Vegas. She ended up staying there for a whole 2 months before she could find a rental in Flagstaff.
We'll talk about
And-
that rental in another minute.
Yeah. And but she's there, and she said she was really saddened when she looked outside and she saw that, when they were in Las Vegas,
Right.
all their backyards, they kind of had it open. They made like one big yard between the 4 houses,
Yeah.
so that the children can play. there. But now, because they're selling the houses separately, they have to come and kind of dig up the garden so that they can put walls between each homes. And that just, just saddened her because she really likes Vegas. She loved Vegas,
Yeah.
And the older children love Vegas, but, they are adults now, so they can do whatever the hell they want to do. And so that just really saddened her, and she was crying. Christine is in the confessional saying, everything that Cody said about saving us money is not working. Because right now they have to pay for the land, they have to pay for their rentals that they're in Flagstaff, and then they have to continue to pay the mortgage for the homes in Vegas.
But can we be honest for 2
That
seconds,
is a
though,
lot
Christine?
of money.
But let's be honest for a second, Christine.
Uh-huh.
Because before y'all even got there to Las Vegas, to Flagstaff, the writing was already on the wall that this was going to be everything y'all had. He sat down there in Las Vegas on the table and said that if this does not work out, we're screwed because we are putting everything we have just into the land.
Yeah.
That's not even buying. So, Christine, you already knew this was not going to work.
Yeah.
It was already there.
And you chose to
personally,
remain quiet because you didn't want to mess things up with Cody. It was really Janelle who was very upset because she's like, I can't do this to Gabe again. And you were even very mean to your
daughter,
Gwendolyn, when she was saying she doesn't like it.
And personally, I don't feel bad for Christine. As much as I love Christine, I actually do not feel bad for her.
Maybe if she had opened her mouth and with Janelle together, then it would not have been this 1 against 5. Maybe Cody would have been like, because she said he had brought it up many times for 3 years and they had shut it down. If you guys had just opened your mouth and said,
and
no,
just had
Cody,
stood up to Cody,
said, no, we are not
from being a dictator.
Any children. You can go figure it out. Let us know how it works for you. He could have done that. He could have gone by himself.
Let you go by yourself. You figure it out. You're the man. We don't have to go with you every single time that you go.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I feel like, Christine, I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Because you basically told your kids to suck it up. Now you're here wanting to cry and moan
about
how, I don't want to be in one house. I don't want to do this. Well, that's how it feels for the kids.
Yeah.
When you guys have made these stupid moves all these years, 19 times. I see why the kids don't want to do polygamy. Because at the end of the day, all the kids, they suffer.
Yeah.
The adults sit down there in a little table. Yeah. They make the decisions for the family without consulting the kids or what they really want to do. And they never even take the kids into consideration. And then you want to look left and look right and wonder, why don't my kids want to do polygamy? Yeah. Because it's been a shit show for them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're here moving all the time. Gabriel had Gabriel really had tried his very best to get the scholarships and all that stuff.
That you all told him he's going to need.
And that didn't matter. Like, you guys just did not care. No. So when the kids look at Cody, who's selfish as hell, and is egotistical, and then he sees the wives following him like a dodo bird. Yeah. They say, oh yeah, this is not going to be my life.
Yeah. And then also, you make them not trust.
They don't feel safe.
They can't trust you. They can't trust
you to keep your word.
Say. They really cannot trust you to keep your word. But you're teaching these children. You teach children to say what you mean what you say, and above all else, keep your word.
You're preaching but not practicing.
But you guys don't keep your word. And when they call you out on it, you say that they're not mature. Like Cody tried to gaslight Gabe, and he just walked out because it's like, I'm not going to listen to this nonsense.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, the houses still haven't sold, even though Janelle goes there every weekend to try to sell them.
Yeah.
The houses has not sold. In fact, Janelle is telling them. And they only have 2 houses out on the market right now. Christine and Janelle's. Robin has not been able to clean her house and make it presentable yet.
Who, Robin?
No, she hasn't. Her Vegas house. She left some things there. Because, you have to make the house presentable. She wasn't able to pack everything yet. She still has to come to Las Vegas to do that.
Yeah.
And Mary also, Mary is now in Vegas. So those 2 houses are not on the market. So Janelle was trying to tell Christine, look, if we want the houses to sell, you have to put it down by $40,000. And you know what I found out that was very interesting? Robin said that the wives are the ones who are paying not only for their rental in Flagstaff, but they're also paying for their house in Vegas with the monthly budget that they receive.
That's my thing. This was all a horrible financial decision.
Yeah.
Like, it really was. Like, y'all could have stayed in Las Vegas.
Pay that with your monthly budget. That's why if you guys had stood your ground and said, Cody, we're not doing that. It's too expensive for us. If you guys had just said that, he will. What can he do? Because I have to pay it out of my monthly budget. And I didn't know that. I thought they pay for all these houses out of like a family budget or something like that. And later on, I was reading something on the news today. They said so far the family has made about $3 million on the whole entire Sister Wives thing, because they make about $20,000 to $40,000 per episode, and it's divided among 20 of them. I guess the whole entire family. I guess.
You know how much money that is.
So I don't even know if that's much. Because each month I don't know how
that's
many
like $2,000 for each person.
Right, but that's like per episode, right?
Yeah.
So that even includes the children too. So
Yeah.
like for somebody like Christine, Janelle and Christine with
So
six
it would've
children,
made
that's $12,000 for that household per month.
Yeah.
And that's the minimum, because it could be the higher end, but that's per episode.
Right.
So if they're able to like multiply that, like in terms of the episodes, may say they had like 10 episodes or whatever, so that's a good 120,000 per month, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Mary will get the least amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just found that interesting that they have to do that. You will not be messing with my money like that. I'm sorry. Polygamy be damned. Because I have to pay for my budget, I'll just say I don't want to pay 2 mortgages from my budget right now.
And now
I will see you guys there. I'm not leaving right now. I want to sell my house. When my house is sold, I'll get a rental.
Honestly, and if my relationship goes to shit, that it is what it is.
But why would it go to shit? Only if you tell me that we're going to get a divorce. But you're gonna have to have a damn good reason for that, because I will go and report you to the church and all kinds of things, and just let them know, like, look.
Yeah.
This does not make sense. Yes, we want to be there for the family and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but I am the one who has to pay from my budget. He's not paying my stuff. I have to pay from my budget, and it doesn't make sense in my head to pay for 2 mortgages. No, I'm not doing that. My house has not sold. You're making no sense.
I would have just let people be coming in the house until it's sold, then we get up and move.
That's what
I would have did.
Or after the house sells, you can go to an Airbnb or whatever for a month. You know what I'm saying? And then get a rental or something. Like, and even from the time from when you like buy the house, and it takes a while, maybe about a month or so before everything closes and all that.
Yeah.
So you have time. Like I'll be packing up our things, put that stuff in storage.
Yeah.
Just kind of living out of suitcases until the house sells.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were trying to sell our house, that's pretty much what we did. We were in the house.
Yeah.
We were in the house, make it nice and neat and let people come to see the house. Like, I don't understand.
I'd much rather have to clean my house extra every day than to me being broke and me having to be in 2 different places.
That's too much
money.
That's
ridiculous.
I mean, I know they're paid us well, and I have this monthly budget, but it makes 0 sense to me. 0 cents. But I know, that Cody's wrath. Do you want to entertain Cody's wrath?
Honestly, I don't have to see you because you're gonna be in Flagstaff. I'm gonna be here in Arizona. I'm gonna be here in Las Vegas. I actually don't have to see you that much.
Actually, so true.
And when you want to come here with shenanigans, best believe I'll be by myself. We do not have to have sex. You can see your kids and you can be about your way. But I don't have to see you. You want to come and emotionally abuse me? I'm not dealing with it. Take your ass on, bald-headed self. Craziness. It's actual craziness.
I know. That really blew my mind.
I don't need a man's weenie that much.
Yeah. I think also the family too. But anyway, the whole family is melting down. Cody is
It gets worse this season.
Like Janelle is trying to tell him, look, the houses have not sold. It's the holiday season. We're hoping that the houses will sell in spring. And Cody is like, that cannot happen.
It will break us.
Yes, it will break us if we
let that happen. What do you want me to do, Cody?
So
you
Janelle was
decided
just
this.
like, I don't know what you want me to do. And then Cody, it was so funny. Janelle says, who was the one, she asked him, who was the one who was the we gotta move now guy? And Cody looks at her and says, I mean, don't just, have me out there like that. And it's just like, I mean, who was the one? Okay, she said, who was the we have to move now guy? And she started laughing at him. And Cody's like, don't put me on the spot here. What do we do? Janelle was like, what do you mean, what do we do? You're the one who said, I'm not going to give up my life for the kids. It's done. We're here. Don't ask me what we do. That was so funny.
Janelle, when she gets fed up, she gets fed up.
He was not played. But anyhow, he just decided, okay, we are all like having this spirit of fear. Let's go up to Coyote Pass, take the children there, get some inspiration. When they got there, the pond that was there has now become like an island. So you have this little place and then you have the pond water around it. So they all went into the pond and the kids loved it. Cody, unfortunately, my eyeballs, he went in there, stripped to his underwear. And I just thought to myself, I said, I can see why the polygamists, they are just through with Cody.
My thing is, his underwear was like ladies' underwear. It was tinier than the underwear that I wear. Like, all you saw was like this tiny strip here, and then you saw his weenie.
They had to blur. No, we didn't see the weenie.
We saw the imprint.
Look, they had to blur that part out, and he's going all like this and all this stuff. And I thought to myself,
I was like, I could have gone my whole life without seeing that image.
That reminds me of those, like Muslims too. When they see other people, other Muslims happening, and it's like, oh my goodness. I said I can only imagine what the polygamists were saying about that family all half naked in the pond.
Yeah, it's like when you see your religion or your race of people do something embarrassing. It's like, oh my God, like please no.
Look at her. That was hilarious to me.
Yeah, yo. But
anyway,
it's Mary.
And
leave a chance to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below.